The next one is surface crusts. And again, this is a fairly simple one. It's basically just asking, is a crust present? And a crust is something that is basically a layer on the surface that is hard, and it is preventing moisture from moving into the soil. If it's a physical crust. Now in the question mark text, it defines a number of other types of crust as well. There are biological crusts, lichens, cyanobacteria, mosses, that grow on the soil surface, and in very arid environments, those crusts can actually be good. And you want to be very careful that you don't count those as bad crusts when in fact they're protecting the soil surface for us in areas that there isn't enough moisture for plants to grow and cover the soil surface. There are also chemical crusts. You've seen these salt crusts, basically a white surface, and structural crusts which are related to physical crusts formed by the force of raindrop impact or irrigation water. And finally, depositional crusts, which is basically where you've got sediment that has moved across the surface from erosion and then been deposited there. And so these are essentially, you'll see just thin layers of a different soil texture generally, maybe some sand or some clay being deposited there. First, answer the question, do you see any sort of crust, or is it just the profile is pretty uniform as you go straight through? And I'm going to go ahead and respond yes here. How thick is it? So we're looking for the thickness of that crust. And actually, this is not actually a crust on this pecan soil from the pecan orchard. This is just massive soil compaction. A soil crust, we do actually have a really thin one here underneath the shrub here. And you can see that. And this one, it's not super thick. I'd say it's maybe, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or maybe 6-8 millimeters. The level of development, weak, moderate, strong, very strong, or extremely strong. Again, we want to go back to that question mark text where it defines what that means. And basically there's a little diagram. It shows I want to take a pet about like this and I want to squeeze it. And then I want to evaluate that. And I would say that that was a moderate force between my fingers. Okay? So not super strong, moderate. Now again though, this is a sandy loam soil. In a sandy loam soil, the potential is not to form really super strong crusts. So I've got a moderate or moderately strong, and then the extent. Now it turns out, and I've looked around this area in my garden, and the only area that I was really had that crust persisting was under the shrub, and it's probably because the rest of it got cultivated up and hasn't in fact reformed. They will reform if you cultivate and have a good rainstorm, but in this case it hasn't occurred. Probably got enough organic matter in there, it's preventing that from occurring. So I'm just going to say of the garden area, it's only about 5%. And again, we're just really looking here at a physical structural crust.